again, or good evening. And hold on one second. Just turn down my music. But it's Bates Reed again, and I just wanted to check in tonight because there's some studying and things that I've been doing and working on lately. And if nothing else, I guess what this channel is about is our conscious awakening. The things I'm going through, the things you're going through, the things the entire planet's going through. I guess I want to create a place where we can talk about that, because I haven't found an open venue for that right now. So I guess tonight I wanted to, I'd like to say hi anyway. First, I've been writing papers all day, so I just had a chance to take a little break and get away. And while I was out, I just thought about the paper I was writing. The paper I'm writing is based on the millennials, which is a lot of you guys, and the boomers. I'm a late boomer. Ha. Didn't mean. But anyway, what I found is we are living in a time that is going to require us to really figure out who we are and live and work in our own consciousness. And then I heard something today on one of the shows saying, you know, we really, excuse me, I'm sorry, it's irritating me, but we've got to, one of the things that's very, very important right now is that we, each of us, realize we're living in this matrix. And we wake up and we realize it and we do something to get out of it, but then we fall back into it, even as conscious and awake as we are all becoming. We keep falling back into this thing, and we're watching the world do some crazy things around us, which I don't want to get into any of that stuff tonight. But we're watching the world kind of consume itself in its greed, its anger, its power, you know, man's world, that kind of stuff. And so we're asking ourselves, I've been asking myself, besides the work we've been doing, is what more can we do? How can I wake up even further so that I can get outside of that matrix, that thing that's been created by our minds, by mankind, and some of those aren't so good. And so as we try and we reach out, as we do reach out and expand our consciousness in our mind, these opportunities for us to work together are going to come about. And so I'm asking you, are you ready to really understand, if you don't already, what it means for the next step in humanity and the work that we all are here to do together? I believe we're here to work together in community. No matter how you look at what happens next in the world, how you look at what the world is going to look like, it looks different. It's going to be different than it is now. And what we see is every report you hear on the subject is just like we know, it's about living in community and figuring out a way to form communities. And does a community mean a little pod of people, or does it mean like an entire city of people, like a little town outside of the big downtown area, or something where people can create some kind of a sustainable environment, from their own community banks to just living in community and services and gardening together and still, acting like a community. It doesn't have to scare anybody, or we can make it as intimate as we want them. We just held I'm in Kansas City now studying, and we just had our first potluck at our second group gathering of community that's trying to form here in Kansas City. So once I came up here, I just asked around, talking to people, and I'm like, have y'all, you hear, oh, we would love to start a community, but we don't know how. Or we're starting one, but we don't, and then they start it, and then they just start talking, and there's a lot of talking to do. I've been living in communities my entire life, almost, it seems like my adult life anyway, some form or type of fashion, and trying to learn how those communities work, how to share the things that work, and I believe we've come up with a way that works because I think we're all just ready. So I'm going to call you to the plate. I'm going to, if you're watching this video, if there's anything that appeals to you about building your own communities, about working with ones that are already in existence, like the ones we've started in Chattanooga, or like the ones that are starting in Kansas City. I also know somebody that's very interested in starting something out in San Diego and down in Florida. Now there's already a lot of this going on. So this video isn't just about anybody teaching anybody. Actually, that's what it's about. It's about all of us teaching each other what we know and opening up the envelope, so to speak, so that those that are looking for community, those that are looking to build this new way that we are going to have to ultimately live, and finding sustainability in that, and finding each other. So I hope this makes a lot of sense. I'm just getting started on these videos, and I hope they catch attention to those that are interested in building this kind of a world filled with love, a world where we serve each other in love and gratitude. And that's what I personally, if I got an agenda, I've got an agenda, and it's love, and it's changing what we have created out there in the world today. It's about changing that, because if we don't begin it, if we don't step into that true authenticity now, we're going to be even further behind the 8 ball than we are. So we have a lot of work to do. We have a lot of community gathering to take. I want to take this out on the road. I want to show people how we've done it in Chattanooga, and I don't care if I have to walk there or what I have to do. But I'm just going to be asking for a love offering and a way there and back. And then I'd like to spend a week or 2 weeks with these communities, and start having meetings, start having potlucks, just do some different things so that it's easily duplicatable for anyone that wants to do it, and it is. I'm being amazed at how easily duplicatable now everything is, because, like I said, you're ready. We're ready. I'm ready. And so those of us that are there, we're just stepping out and we're going, okay, I'm jumping off and I'm doing this, and I'm getting out of the old matrix, and I'm going to live in the truth of love. And whatever your God affiliation or not, it doesn't matter. There is no judgment in this from those of us that are doing this work, and we all know that. And it's a group of millennials, it's a group of boomers and both of them are operating at the same frequency. And some of the boomers are awake, and I'd say most of the millennials are awake. But as more and more of us all wake up, we're connected. It's time to connect us. We get it. We get what the same page is. We see the same vision of community in the world, and it's one filled with peace, and it's one filled with love. The other way doesn't work. The fighting and the warring, saying my way or your way, that doesn't work, and we know that. So let's open our hearts. Let's open our minds. Contact me. I'm Reed, or no, sorry, that's not what I do. Contact me at Reed Ebates, ReedEbates, ReedEbates@gmail.com, or you can just contact me on Facebook. And there's a couple of different ways you can look for us there. There's Community of Chi Planet Earth, and you can start talking with us there, communicating with us there, and we can all begin to talk about what we're doing around the planet. The idea is to go out and serve each other in building these communities, and move around and help and build new communities. Go take a trip, take a vacation to wherever you wanted to go, because there's going to be somebody working in the community there, and you can go there and serve and help and produce and create, and then move on if that's what you want to do. Or maybe you want to stay in your little hometown for the rest of your life, because that makes you happy, where you can play your music and do your things. Let's reach out. Spread this video if you want. We do have a little website that we started back in Chattanooga. I really need some help with that. It's a basic little Weebly site, but it's intentionalchattanooga.com. Intentionalchattanooga.com. And trying to think if there's anything else. There's the YouTubes here, which you found. So please help me spread this. Let's want to take that website, and as y'all start giving them information, we're going to take the website and start adding cities in, start adding the places, not exact locations, but this is happening in Tennessee, this is happening in Kansas, this is happening so and so, and then we'll create groups, just like we've done with a few communities we've already started. And we'll create those groups, and each of our places will have our own little private group. We can take that into different formats into the future. But for now, we're just taking the tools, the technology we have for as long as we have it, and we're utilizing it to begin to build these bridges between all of us in community. I love you, bless you, namaste, namaskar, and have a great